Kalki Avatar, The Truth About the God of Destruction, Part 3, The Psychology of Fear and Understanding Kalki Avatar. Kalki, the 10th and the final avatar or manifestation of the preserver Hindu god Vishnu, is set to end the Kali Yuga and start the Satya Yuga, the golden period. Fear is a strong emotion. From horror stories to films, authors and filmmakers have always catered to people's desire to experience fear. Yes, you heard that right. Studies suggest that hormonal reactions to threat can trigger the love of being scared. Sexual and end-of-the-world content are among the top searches on Google and YouTube. Thousands of videos are made and consumed on these topics every day. Obviously, content creators were not going to leave Kalki Avatar and Bhavishya Malika alone. An article published on Today mentions the following. There's also a hormonal component when it comes to fear and enjoyment. The hormonal reaction we get when we're exposed to a threat or crisis can motivate this love of being scared. The moment we feel threatened, we feel increasingly more strong and powerful physically and more intuitive emotionally. On a psychological level, people have a natural tendency to be attracted to things that are dark and forbidden. Horror films allow people to enjoy the experience safely. Well, that was until a few years ago. Now there is YouTube and Reels, where different kinds of scary content can be created for people to enjoy. This begs a very important question. Do we want to learn about Kalki Avatar to satisfy our deep hunger for enjoying fear? Truth be spoken, people learn about Kalki Avatar and the end of the world together. There are only a handful of people who want to explore the deep spiritual side of the story of Kalki. An article published on Northern Medicine mentions the following. But why do people who love roller coasters, haunted houses, and horror movies enjoy getting caught up in those fearful, stressful moments? Because the thrill doesn't necessarily end when the ride or movie ends. Through the excitation transfer process, your body and brain remain aroused even after your scary experience is over. In a very deep sense, the story of Kalki is far from scary. It is about self-inquiry and self-realization. Bhavishya Malika and Bhavishya Purana are texts that have tremendous spiritual insights. However, content creators choose a very small part of the text to highlight death and destruction because they know what sells.
I believe that humanity is just so discouraged with its own efforts that they need an external savior, right? To save themselves, from themselves. They need an external savior. But the scriptures do mention the return of Kalki. They do mention the return of the Lord as the last and final avatar for this Yuga, which would be Kalki. And Kalki is supposed to return towards the end of the Kali Yuga. So for Hindu timeline, it's a long way away.
How did you find this information? Please mention this in the comments section. We would also like to know the kind of content you want to watch, and we will try to create it for you. For more news and updates, follow Air News.